The start of the year was good for me. Um, it's interesting because the way my result panned out at snapper, I actually wasn't feeling that great. I was still a little skeptical on my boards, and I ended up getting a fifth place. And I mean, that was definitely a big confidence booster. And then going into bells, I felt really good. My boards felt really good. Was surfing good, and I probably had one of the worst heats of my life. Yeah, so after bells, I came home and I was all excited for trestles and went on a trip with, I was brother, Luke Davis, and Evan Geiselman. Epic trip. We had fun waves. It was like my second day in, and I was pretty fatigued. I was tired, and I had paddled back out, and I had just snuck back out. It's kind of you like jump in, you're right in the spot, and this local kind of guy paddled for a wave, missed it, and then I took off late, and I was like kind of like cruisy, all coasting into it, like air drop, kind of hit flat, and somehow my back foot slipped off and my front stayed on, the wave kind of compacted on me. Because I mean, I've done that plenty. You do it plenty of times when you're doing a turn, and your foot slips, and you're able to kind of roll out of it. Where this one was, I think there was so much pressure, and my front knee kind of went into the board, and right when I did it, I knew it. I felt like this. It wasn't like a loud pop, but it was like had this burning sensation. I'm like, frick! I knew I did something wrong. From the day I did it, I was out of the water for a month straight, just trying to keep sane. Watching a lot of sports and watching the contests at Trestles, Brazil, and those are probably some of the harder moments of my career so far. But it's nice to see, and it's nice to it's kind of it's been good for me to kind of refuel and get excited and be ready for the next events. Because when you're out of the water, you there's chances you can gain weight, and I was like, I mean, I kind of take care of myself. I wasn't eating bad. I was focused on that. But yeah, I had ordered quite a few boards from Australia and got a few boards from local shapers here. And it's tough just staring at them when you can't do anything. You're just like, whoa, these boards look amazing, but I'm a few weeks away from surfing. So that was good. I just kept in contact with my shapers and tell them how everything's going. And everyone's been super supportive of me. And I knew that once I get back in the water, I'm going to have a lot of opportunities to surf these boards. But at the same time, I felt like it was a great thing because it kind of brought me back a step. And I feel like sometimes when I surf, I tend to want to get in my head of myself. And this kind of brought me back to point A, and just it's kind of like a restaging process. But I've been watching so much surfing that I feel like I've almost gotten better. It sounds weird, but it's one of those things where I feel like I'm one of those people that I can watch and then kind of try and go out there and do it. And it's a huge thing when you're competing and you're at a professional at something. You got to find inspiration or ways that you can get better, and that's what I've been trying to do. And I feel like I'm on the verge. So it was good. Like I stayed out of the water didn't do any training or therapy for a week, just kind of let everything settle. And then I started doing some therapy, just, ultrasound, stem. And then I was working with the doctor I work with, Terry Romine, and he got me connected with this Pilates instructor, Lori. And it just kind of led from there. And been doing that 3 times a week, and I feel great. It's been different. I work with DSC as well, but they kind of want to keep me away from jumping and a lot of that weird different movements. So I've been trying to kind of stick to this, and at the same time, you can focus on one area, but you're working on so many other things. You're thinking about like so many other things while you're doing one thing. So it's been good doing that a lot. And I've been in the water for the last 2.5 weeks, and it kind of started out slow. It's like you have this your body knows kind of when you're ready or not. And I knew I was ready, but you have this hesitation feeling. You understand the feeling of how you hurt it and how it hurt and how you did it. So it's like you don't want to feel that again. But I guess that's the curve that you. I mean, I'm probably in my second week, and I feel like a lot of those bad thoughts in the back of my head are kind of disappearing, which is a good thing. I'm starting to do what I do on a normal basis, and I'm probably about 75-80% right now, and I feel like I can compete at a high level. And I'm going to Portugal this weekend for an event, a prime event over there, and then be home for a week, and then off to Bolito, and then J-Bays right after. So, and then the U.S. Open. So it's a big month coming up, and I feel like I'm definitely not 100%, but a lot of us through our careers, you're not really at 100%. And I feel like I'm capable enough to compete well and do good.